Hi guys, how are you? Are you okay? So in this class, the goal is to talk about interaction menu. Okay, it's known here as widget on Unreal. Okay, so uh, these menus basically they are gonna control some things in the scene. It can be anything that you can control. If you need a button or something like that, okay. uh, it can be a menu like of the beginning of the game, like an interaction that we're gonna do inside the scene, or an information, okay, that is written on the screen. Okay, nice. So before we keep going with the blueprints, we're gonna do the menus because the next blueprints, there are gonna be change of materials, turn on and turn off the lights, turn on the TV, you know. So they're gonna be controlled by the buttons of menu. So it's better if we create the menu first, and after for each button that we have, we can create a blueprint, okay? An interaction of somehow. All right. So how can we do this? Well, first thing, it's personal. I do it first in a software of design. It can be a Photoshop or other, software of design, because this way I can develop there the idea, the design of this menu, the size and everything. Um, you know, and first in the software, and after uh, I take this base, this reference, and I copy here on Unreal. Okay, so it's gonna be easier uh, to not waste time adjusting and doing things like that. Because here on Unreal it's kind of more complicated to try to elaborate something different. So it's better if we do it in a software of design separated. Okay, and even because we're gonna have a reference, and after we're gonna have the icons, the buttons and everything, they're gonna be made from JPEG or PNG. So I already prepared here our menu. Okay, that's gonna have this interface here, 1920 for 1080. Okay, because we're gonna use like in a monitor, like full HD. Okay, so the idea here is we have this tab to edit, because we're gonna say when you press tab, it's gonna edit the scene. Okay, so it's gonna be turned on. It would be turned on, and when I press tab, it opens these others here. Okay, this bar. So this part isn't gonna appear, and um, here it's gonna be just an information of when I press tab, it's gonna close everything, and here are gonna be buttons. Okay, um, so when I press here, it's gonna open the other menus, living room. Here I can, for example, we're gonna have floor, a change of a wall of something. I put wall here just because to leave it here. But after we're gonna edit this, okay, it depends on the each environment. Okay, we can make some changes. And here I have some buttons like turn on the light or turn off, turn on the light, turn off. Okay, so yeah, it's like a reference. And after we can create the blueprints, and we can put the buttons in the correct places. Okay, and we can edit these textures. So basically this is a reference. Okay, right. So I'm gonna get back to Unreal, and here I'm gonna import this inside my scene. Okay, so I'm gonna create here a folder. I like to create a new folder, okay, to put the menus. All right, so it's gonna be separated. although it's a blueprint, but I like to separate. So I'm going to put here the widget, and I'm going to import here uh, those images of reference that I have. Okay, so I'm going to import here. I'm going to create a folder here of images. Okay, so here to import, the same way we can put something here, right button, import. You go to the folder that you want, and I'm going to import the template. That is the file. That is our reference. Okay, it would be this file here. Perfect. So we imported our reference, and now we're gonna start creating our widget. Okay, what is a widget? Well, it is a blueprint as well. However, it has some characteristics of interface. Okay, to have an interface of the user. So as it is an interface of the user, right button, using user interface, widget blueprint. Okay, user widget. Okay, and I'm gonna call it here widget underline my menu. Okay, nice. We just created a widget from the beginning. Let's open it here. Okay, nice. Here's our interface of a widget. It's a little bit different from the interface of a blueprint. Okay, I'm gonna show you the differences, and then we're gonna go and do like creating. Okay, so here we have this bars. Okay, the compile, save, browse, play. Here we have these options here that we can put in our menu. So here it would be our screen of menu. If we see it here, we can see the resolutions here. Look, these options 1920. So we're gonna define here which one is gonna be the resolution. Okay, if you're gonna work, for example, just in case with a vertical screen, you can use this one. Okay, or this one, or this one. So you can use these resolutions, or you can come here and use some of this for phones, tablets, laptops. Okay, I like to use this like it is a game. 1920 for 1080. Okay, the full HD. Okay, for people who already worked with a widget on Unreal 4, it's a little bit different. Okay, when you create a widget here in this version, they changed a little bit, but we're gonna learn how to do it. Okay, nice. So the elements here that we can add, a border. So yeah, we have button, checkbox, and everything. We're gonna talk about them a little bit after we're gonna talk. Okay, we're gonna take a look at that. Here we have a hierarchy. Okay, like in Photoshop, you have the window of layers. Basically it's like that. And here the details of each element. Okay, for example, look at this. I added a button, and you see this button 26. It is in our hierarchy here, and here we have the details. Okay, so that we can make some adjustments. So this is the huge difference. Okay, between the window of blueprint and the window of widget. And then we can change it here. We have designer to design, and the graph. Then we go to our screen of like that we are used, like the screen of blueprint, you know, like the event graph, like the same as a blueprint. The difference is that we don't have the components here, because uh, here we're making a blueprint into D, let's say, you know. So, you know, there's not the element 3D, okay, the 3D element, but the rest we have, okay. So every time we create an element here, like an object, and the variable comes here, you see, button 26. So yeah, so that's it. The interface of the blueprint is this. I'm going to delete this button, and now we're going to get started, like creating, you know, our menu, and I'm going to talk more about these details. So first thing, we have to create a panel, okay. We call this on Unreal in Canva, okay. That is what is going to represent the screen, okay. So we go here, we have some types of panel, and the traditional one is the canvas, okay, canvas panel. So look at this. This one is our screen. Anything that is outside of this rectangle isn't gonna appear on our screen, okay. All right, I created here the panel. This is the difference, the Unreal 4 until the Unreal Early Access 5. We had this here. I don't know why they took it off, but yeah, that's it. So now it's easier to see the resolutions. Look, it goes with the resolution that we want. Look at this. I'm gonna work with this 1920 for 1080. So let's get started by designing, okay. Compile and save it, okay. And I'm going to put that template, all right, so that we can design on this. I'm gonna put an image here, and then I come here, details. Let's see. I'm gonna put here the measurement, like 1920 for 1080. Okay. We have some things here that, for example, every time you get out of the object, unless it's canvas, it appears this. We call it anchor, okay? Because the measurements, they come from this, okay? Because it's gonna make reference with the screen. Let's suppose you made a menu like in 1920, but your screen, for some reason, it's smaller. So it's gonna put the image from here, and it's gonna cut this part here, okay. So this is basically where it comes from. It gets started, the design. As our menu stays here in the base, I'm gonna leave this anchor here centralized, okay. So you can go here, anchors, and it shows all the type here. I want to put it here, you see. Nice. Okay, cool. Here already positioned 1920 for 1080, okay. We have these numbers here. So the position of this image in relation to its anchor is minus 960, okay, as you can see here, and 1080. But don't worry about it, we're gonna get used to it, you know, as we do things here. Okay, now I'm gonna change my image here. I'm gonna put my template. You go here, appearance, brush, you know, I have these options here, but we're gonna use an image here. We're gonna put an image here, okay. I take my image that I already downloaded, click and drag it here, okay. Look, all right, it is here. It is already positioned, okay, so that we can design. Here we have a hierarchy, exactly like a layer of Photoshop. We can lock this or hide this, okay. Look at this. So I'm gonna lock this because I don't want to edit this part without wanting, okay. So I'm gonna lock this, and it's gonna be just a reference. um, and also I'm gonna make it more like transparent so that I can put things here. Okay, you can open the tab here, and here you have colors. Okay, I can put zero point 0.5, that is the channel alpha. Okay, or a little more, just so that we can design better here. Okay, nice. So first thing that I'm going to do is to create our buttons here. Okay, so here we're gonna create the tab here. This one, it's gonna be an image actually, so I can add an image here. Nice. You see that it already put the hierarchy here. If I put it here, look, it overwrites. Unlike Photoshop, for example, Photoshop goes from the bottom to the top, and here it's the opposite. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here. um, I'm not gonna position this because um, look, I'm gonna import here this image of this button. Now I go here, import. I will import everything here so that it's gonna be easier. So I named this UI. Okay, so this image here, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, on my button. Nice. But you see that it's kind of distorted, so I have to put the image in the right size. Well, as I already did the image, I did in the right scale. So these elements here, they are in the right dimension. Okay, look, here on Unreal, all these measurements are in pixels. Okay, they are not centimeters. Okay, when we talk about widget, we talk about pixels. Okay, so everything you see here, you can consider as pixels. So okay, the original size here, so I can type these numbers here, or I can uh, enable this, right? Because that's gonna take the size of the image, and that's gonna be the same as the content of the image. Okay, so I'm gonna put my anchor here. Okay, and I'm gonna position it here. Look, let's put minus 960, and here like minus 60. We have two options to do. I'm gonna show one, minus 60, or I can use the alignment. That is another tip that I can give you guys. So this alignment, well, basically, it is always from the upper left corner. Okay, by default, this alignment is like this. This zero here, it means that the alignment, if you open this, the x, okay, and the y, all right, that is the height. Okay, so 0 is aligned here on the left. If I put 1, it aligns 100% to the left, to the right. So these values are from 0 to 1. If I want to put in the center, I put like 0.5. Okay, and the variations here, you can see, but here I can put 0. I want to align on the left, and here the y works in the same way. You have the 0 and the center. Okay, the center. Okay, you can align this. Nice. Now I'm gonna put the tab. All right, tab to hide. Okay, I'm gonna align it here, and I'm gonna put the tab to hide. Okay, I already have this designed. I selected this, I exported everything separated because after I'm gonna put there on Unreal. Okay, all right, this one is the same thing. Why do I prefer to do in the software? Well, because the software of design has more resources to align things and do some other things. And also, when I export, it already comes with the right dimensions in pixels. So I don't need to worry about it, with the dimensions. So I'm gonna put, uh, look, I'm gonna line here, um, one, the position I'm gonna put 0. Okay, it's here, aligned. And here I have to position, okay? I'm gonna put it more or less like this. Nice. So I already have the two images here. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna rename this because it's important. Okay. It's gonna be more interesting for us, so we're not gonna get lost. Uh, tab edit, and here tab hide. Okay. Nice. Now I'm gonna put this button here. As it is a button, I cannot put an image. Okay, so I'm gonna take this button here because there are some things pre-configured, so it's easier to work. So I'm gonna show you how it works. Okay, same thing here. We have the dimensions here and the appearance style. We have more options here. Okay, so we have three options here: normal, this one, and this one. The normal is the appearance of the button, okay, with no interactions, like normal. The hovered is when you put the mouse on this. If you want some interaction, for example, of color, you can put a different information here. And the one pressed is the image when you press this, okay, the button. And here, disable, but in our case, it's not important, okay? Um, I'm gonna show the others, okay? I'm gonna put an image here as well. Let's see this one, okay? Same reasoning, okay? So it's here. I'm gonna put it here. Same thing. Okay, aligned here. And the position here, I'm gonna put in the 0 in the Y, and I'm gonna put in 1 here. And here, I'm gonna position, okay, where I want. Nice. You guys can see that I have the image and I have an edge here. So Unreal comes with a function of button pre-configured. In case you don't have an image and you just want to put a button, you have some options here, like this one. It simulates like a button, okay? There is the box. It's like a square button, border, and image. So it's important that I put image, the most important, because we're gonna put just an image because I don't want an effect, okay? And you can notice that the image is kind of gray, and this one is white. So, well, it happened because we have the option like to color the image. So if I put, for example, white, you see this? Nice. So here we have the button. Let me close it here so that we're not gonna get confused. All right, nice. Now I can uh, create the effects of the button as well. Okay, here I have the button like normal and hovered and pressed. um, I can put different images here. I can go here in my software of editing and I can paint this, put different colors, the effects, okay, and apply it. Or I can put this effect here. That is more easy, that's easier. So I can put this image here and here, or I can go here and copy, all right, and paste. Okay, it if you put the button here, it copies, all right. And here, same thing, paste. All right. So here I'm gonna put uh, green when the mouse is on the button, or yellow, more or less like this. Okay. So when I put the mouse on the button, it's gonna be this color. Okay. A little kind of yellow. And when I press, I'm gonna put it more like orange, like this. Okay, let's see. All right, you have these options here. When I press, it's gonna get this color. Okay, nice. So yeah, we have the button here. After I can show you, to show it how it's working, I have to put in the scene. So I'm gonna leave it here, and when we test this, I can show you. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to do the same thing to the other four buttons, other three buttons. Okay. Uh, so okay, let me name this here. I'm gonna put this name, and then I can put a new button, do everything again, or I can duplicate this. Okay, and I think it's easier. I'm gonna rename this here. Okay. I'm going to position this again here. And now I'm gonna change the image. Okay. I'm gonna take the image here. This image, I'm gonna put it here. And then instead of copying, I'm gonna put the images because the colors are done already. Here. Okay. So look at this. I have the other button ready. Done. So now I'm gonna do the other two. Okay, I'm gonna speed up the video to do it. Okay guys, I already put the buttons, all right. Already configured them, renamed them. All right, nice. So now I'm gonna make these menus here. Okay, that is basically the same thing that we did. Okay, but there's a little detail that I'm gonna explain you. Okay, when I press this button, it's gonna appear this menu, right? Nice. And inside this menu, I have like an image in the background. I have these texts here. I have these other details here. So if I make them separated, like I create one image after another image for the other button. So if I do all of this separated, when I do it, the animations, for example, when I press the button, it appears. You're gonna see that if you do it separated, we're gonna have a lot of work. Okay, when I press the button, I'm gonna show all of this. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm gonna group everything. So when I press the button, it's gonna call the entire group. So it's gonna be easier. And to group this, um, it's not like in the software 3D. Okay, I have to create a panel, a new panel, and then I put the things inside this panel. Because we are seeing here, this canvas is our main. Okay, it's created here. And now we're going to create a sub panel for this for each menu of this, so it's going to be easier to work. So I'm going to create here a new panel. I put it here. Okay, look, it's inside the other panel, and I'm going to align it here. All right, also the anchor here, and I'm going to position this here. Okay, so I'm going to put an image here to be the background. If I put it here, you're gonna see that it's a subcategory, okay, of the canvas that we just created. And you also can see that this anchor now, it's related to the sub canvas. It's not related to the main canvas, okay, because the main canvas is already related, okay, and things that are inside here is related to the sub canvas. Okay, so I don't need to change anything here, this anchor, so it's gonna be like this. All right, and then I'm gonna put the image here, okay, and I'm gonna turn on the size to content. As here I already have the size, I can put 0 here, okay, because it's gonna be the size that it has to be. Okay, let me adjust here. Oh, I'm adjusting the wrong thing. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the canvas, and I'm gonna put 0. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Okay, so we already have our background here. Nice. After we can change this text. Okay, and that's it. Nice. So now I need to turn it off. I need to hide this. I will have 3 buttons here. The idea here is to put the texture of the material, like a sphere of the material. Okay, so I'm gonna put the materials here, and I'm gonna put here as well this other element, and here are gonna be icons. So I'm gonna import here the little balls that I didn't import yet. I'm gonna import all of them, and after I can select what we need. So okay, here I have the little balls because I have 3 of each, because I already did, for example, in the Photoshop, I did the 3 little balls, the normal, covered, and press it. Okay, nice. So let's go. I'm gonna put a new button, verify if it's inside here of the hierarchy. Okay, I'm gonna put the ball here. Okay, actually I'm gonna take any of these balls here just to show you guys, and then after we can adjust more. Okay, so here we have the 3 little balls, normal, and this one when you put the mouse, and then when I press the last one. All right, size to content, and here I'm gonna need to adjust this. See, as I turn on the size to content, I cannot change the size because it's logged, okay, in the content, this measurement here. So to change it, I have to change it here, for example. But if I do it this way, I will have to change 3 times. Okay. Um, so I'm gonna get it back here. I'm gonna turn off the size to content, and I'm going to use the measurements here. Okay. Okay, as it is a square, I'm gonna position it here. Okay. Mm, let me see. 42, 42, 45. Actually, I can go here and take a look at this. 44 to be more. Let's see. Nice. Okay. You see, that's why I like to do things there, because you see how hard it is. Uh, Let me turn off the grid. It's hard to position things here on Unreal, so it's easier to design there. Here, I'm gonna turn off this. Okay. All right. Nice. So I already have my first button here. Now I'm going to accelerate the video, speed up the video, and I'm gonna do the same thing for uh, all of these little balls. Okay, let's go. All right, guys. So as you saw, I added all the buttons here. Okay, it's here. I'm gonna name here. All right. Yeah. For now, I'm gonna leave the same image. After that, we define the materials that we're gonna change. Then we can put the correct little balls. Okay. Nice. Nice. So now I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to do for all the menus here, okay? Because I have to copy and paste and do it, okay? I'm gonna duplicate this, I'm gonna position this, and then I'm gonna get back with everything done, okay? And then we can talk about how I can put a blueprint here. All right, guys, so I did all the work here, okay? I I duplicated all the menus, okay, and also I renamed here the names of the buttons, okay. So you're gonna see it's different, okay, because in the event graph it's gonna be these different number names, and it's gonna be easier, okay. You will not need to come here all the time to find the names, so basically I duplicated and I positioned, and like here I changed the icons, okay, the images, and I renamed, okay. Another thing that I did, well, I took it off what it was written here, okay, so that we can put the text on Unreal. That way we don't have to change the software of editing, and then I can show you how to do it, because I didn't show you the texture too. Okay, so let's put a text here, okay, and after we can do the others, okay. It's very simple actually, so I'm going to turn off here so that we can have the letter in the template, and I'm gonna put here the text. Okay, two ways to do it. Um, just click and drag it. Okay, or you can put it here, because this way you guarantee where you want to put. Okay, so look at this, and then it's a box text, a normal. Okay, you can put it here. You have the details here, same things. Okay, um color, and here you have the font. Okay, so Unreal, you have the font here. Okay, and you can import any font here. Okay, that is compatible here. So I already imported. I was using the Arial font, and I imported it here. When you do it, the same way it creates the, it's gonna show up here the file, and also convert it to Unreal. Okay, but Unreal does this automatically. After that, after importing, you can go here and find the font that you put here. Okay, I'm gonna use the Arial font. Here you can type what you want. I'm gonna type, you can change the color, and here you can control the size. Also here, if you want in the center, or uh, you have other options. So yeah, that's it. So let me adjust this. um, okay, let's put 15, 14. Nice. So here I already have the text. Let me get back here. Okay, nice. After, we can copy here, and then we can organize this. Nice. Okay, that's it. So let's see here. Here I'm gonna hide the template because I don't need this for now. And here, compile and save it. Nice. Here I already selected 3 little balls here that are the balls that we're gonna put on the floors. And nice. Okay, we created our widget, our menu, but we have to put in the scene, which we only created the menu. We didn't link to the scene yet. So if I press play, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, so let's do this. Let's call the menu so it's gonna appear in the scene. Okay, all right, let's do this. The widget, it's a file of it's interface of the user. So it's not like an asset that you just click and drag to the scene, because it's not an asset, a 3D asset. It is a 2D asset. Okay, so it needs to be put in the screen. To put an image in front of your screen. Okay, the 3D scene is gonna be behind this image. Okay, if it is an image JPEG, it's gonna cover if it's the full screen, or if it's transparent. I forgot to tell you, but all these images are exported in PNG. Okay, so when you put on Unreal, it becomes transparent. So everything was exported as PNG. Okay, to call the menu, we need to create this. We need to build this. We create this widget to appear on the scene. So let's do it. This blueprint, okay? To do this, we have a lot of ways to do it. You can create in a level editor. You can create in a first person, any blueprint of the scene. But I prefer to create a specific blueprint for the menu, because if I want to turn off or delete of the scene, uh, I can do it, you know. So I'm gonna create here a blueprint of the type actor. I'm gonna call it BP my menu. All right, cool. Let's open it. It's gonna be only this to call the widget. Okay. All right. So let's talk now about event begin play. That is very important, and we didn't talk about it yet. Delete this. Okay, the event begin play. We didn't use it yet. So it shoots an event when I press play. So let's go here. So the reasoning, basically, um, it always appear here, okay, on the screen. To show, you have to press tab, okay, and after you do that, when you press tab, everything's gonna happen, okay, the rest is gonna happen. Okay, so when I press play, this menu is gonna be here. So it's gonna create after I press play in the scene, and it's gonna create this widget, and it's gonna show on my screen. There is a knot that is specific for this. I'm gonna do it. It's transparent like this because as it is very used, it is suggested for us, okay? Look, when we create this here, it's gonna be normal as the others. The knot is this, create widget. Okay, nice. You see now it's with the normal color. Okay, now I'm gonna construct a blueprint on the screen. So here, you click here, you can find the blueprints. We have ours here. Okay, nice. I just created in the programming language Unreal constructed, but it's not gonna appear yet. It is constructed in the background. So now I need to add to my viewport, my screen. Look, I can do it here, add to viewport. Okay, so here, as you can see, it is in our viewport. I compile and save it, and then I'm gonna put this in the scene. Okay, look. All right, I can put anywhere here in the scene. I like to do this way because if I want to delete, I just delete this here, and if I want this again, I put in the scene, and that's it. Okay, so our menu is here on our screen, right? You see, it's green, the colors, the hovered, you know, and the pressed. Look, it changes the color. Look at this. Interesting, right? So it is working here. Here, you can notice that I clicked out of the menu, so it already activated my game mode. And now I cannot go back, all right? So I would have to play it again. And that's gonna be the function of the keyboard tab. When you press tab, it's gonna change the game mode to the use interface, okay? So that I will be able to change the interface, like the navigation, to the edition, okay? So I need to have a keyboard to do that. Nice. So let's create this, okay? So here, look, let's do it here. Let me put it here. I'm gonna create a short key to do it. For example, here I can keyboard events. So there is an event for each key of the keyboard. Okay. So here I can choose the key that I want. Okay. Or I can type it. Okay, keyboard. I'm gonna use the key tab. So I select this here, and it has created an event here. Okay. So this pressed here is when I press. And this one, if I put a released here, uh, it's like if I want uh, that an event is gonna work only if I'm pressing the mouse, you know. But if you don't have that, it's okay. Just use the pressed, okay? All right. So now I'm gonna change the game mode. To do that, I need to go here, get play, this one, okay? And I'm gonna put it here, set input. Actually, set input. This, let's see. Uh, I'm gonna use this one, UI only, okay? Okay, so here I just changed the user interface, okay? And then I can link this here. And then I have this UI mode, okay? When I press the first time. When I press this again, it's gonna go to the game mode, okay? So I also need to create, I need to change between one event and another. The not flow that does this is the flip flop. It's gonna toggle between the events. So I have the event A and the event B. If I press the first time, it goes to A, the second time to B. Okay, I can use the same get here, game only, okay? Right, so here, when I toggle this, it's gonna go from the game mode to the edition mode. Let's play to test this. Look, I'm writing the game mode. I'm gonna press tab, but nothing is happening. And it's not happening because there is a feature of Unreal that you need to enable for the user to use the keys of the keyboard. Okay, so you can use the same get player. You need to add this in the programming. Okay, get player and enable input. All right. And here, when I put here, return value, target, you have to put in the player controller. Be careful. Here, it's in the game mode. I'm gonna press tab. Look, it's kind of messed up here. We're getting kind of confused here because we need to enable, we need to tell Unreal to enable the mouse. So let's do this. I'm gonna put it here, set show mouse cursor, okay? Here, if you leave it like this, it's enabled. If you leave like this, it's disabled, okay? So you have to do it for the two events, the two flows. All right. Let's press play to test this. Look, it's not getting back. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, it's not this one. I need to activate this set input, game and UI. Let's see. Let me see. Player controller. Let's press play again. Okay, it's here. And now it's gonna get back here. You see that it's like a rectangle here as I press tab. It's a feature of Unreal that is called focus. We need to disable this, otherwise it's gonna make us confused. It's like when you're using the browser and you can change on the buttons by using tab. So we need to turn it off. So let's do this. To turn it off, this function, we have to go on our widget and let's change this on the buttons. For example, if you type here, focus. So you just have to turn it off, but you have to do it for all the buttons, okay? So the easier way is to select everything here and turn it off. Just do it, okay? All right. So let's do it. As we use the key tab, it's gonna happen this. So yeah, just turn it off, save it, and let's test this now. All right, let's go. I pressed, see, it's not focusing anymore. And I press tab and it gets back, right? Nice. So here I can navigate. I'm pressing W as A and D. When I press W, it turns off and I can navigate, but without the mouse, because I used the knot. That is this one, all right? Mode game and UI. So I have the navigation, but uh, I can still use the menu because I'm using the mouse. Okay, so nice. This part here, I'm gonna finish the class here. Okay, this part of creation of the menu. So the structure was created. We just have to make some adjustments. Okay, uh, basically configured. You know, change some things. Write what we have to write. Okay. So it is already working, the scene. Look, it appears and disappears. I can change the mode. All right, the game mode, the edition mode. So in the next class, we're gonna make the animations. Okay. So when I press play, it's gonna appear here, but only this key here. Only this tab here. Okay. When I press tab, it's gonna open there. And when I press the button, the menus are gonna appear. So see you.